Hello and welcome everybody to Honey Pop. I mean the human Reignition project. Everybody and his mother these days plays Honey Pop. I heard that it's a parody of the dating sim visual novel genre. But I personally think, isn't this genre a parody in itself? Like, everybody knows it's not like that in real life, and everybody knows it's stupid and often sexist and stuff. But to be honest, I don't know. I don't really know. I don't want to judge this game, but I'm often confused, you know? Especially, it's the same phenomenon for me with Yandere Simulator. Like, everybody and his mother plays that shit, but nobody actually has ever read a manga or saw an anime or read a visual novel. Now, granted, until like a few months ago, I did not know the difference between tsundere and yandere, so it might come off a bit hypocritical, but still, it's kind of strange to me, you know? Like everybody enjoying this, look at this weird Japanese shit, and I don't know. I don't really know how to feel about that. But as mentioned, the game might be a great parody. I don't want to say anything bad about the game. I'm just wondering about all the people who play it, who probably have never seen an anime or read a visual novel in their life, maybe except for Fist of the North Star or Dragon Ball. Anyway, let's continue with this one. It's actually pretty exciting right now in this visual novel. You know, I'm tired today. I have a bad pain in my right knee, and it's knicking and knacking, and I don't know what is happening with it. But I'm playing this nonetheless. I'm so hooked up with this game. It's so interesting right now. Okay. Are you excited now? I blabbered 2 minutes without revealing the identity of the heavy hand. Okay, enough talk. A hand falls heavily on my shoulder. Hey, I said enough talk. Controller. I whirl around, raising my fists in panic. Hiya! My controller is... Every time I use my controller, it changes the buttons. I don't know why. But hey, it's not the FBI man, it's Aya. Huh. So you have heavy hands? Geez, do you greet everyone like that? A hi would have been fine. Sorry, I'm kind of on edge. You could have fooled me. So much for not letting this get to me. Aya doesn't seem too upset though. She looks like she finds the whole thing funny. What are you doing out here? Looking for you, believe it or not. You work just down the street, right? How does everyone know so much about me? Aya's grin widens at my confusion. Kojo told me. I got here just as you left. Almost had to run to catch up. Great. What does he want? Nothing really, but he figured you might want this back. She holds up a small object. This is your phone, yeah? I had nearly forgotten. Oh yeah, it is. Why do you have it though? I went to go complain to Kojo after last meeting. I don't know how seriously he took me, but he asked me to bring this to you. And you agreed? Yeah. What were you complaining about? Stuff. Well, thanks for bringing it. I shrug and hold out a hand for my phone, but Aya doesn't even react. She waits just long enough for me to feel stupid before speaking. So, what has got you so jumpy? I don't want to have this conversation. I already dodged telling Kyo, and I'm sure Aya would be even more judgmental than he would. Considering that she thinks it's normal being followed by muggers, I suppose you're right. It's nothing, don't worry about it. Aya gives me a hard look. Because that was a perfectly normal reaction to someone tapping you on the shoulder. It is amazing I don't get punched on a regular basis. Can I please just have my phone back? She sighs and hands it to me. I'm half expecting her to snatch it away at the last minute, but she lets me take it. Thank you. Don't mention it. Only had to walk all the way out here and nearly get assaulted for my trouble. No problem. It's obvious Aya's trying to guilt trip me. I can't believe it's working. Why are you so interested anyway? Purely selfish reasons. If it's got you so worked up, it's got to be something good, right? I am not sure good is the word I'd use. And now I'm even more curious. I don't want to talk about it. Oh, come on. It's the least you can do after I brought your phone all the way here. I wince. There is no point in arguing with her. See, that makes no sense. But okay. Okay, fine. Aya's face lights up in triumph. But can we go somewhere else? Somewhere quieter? Sure, what about the park? Ooh, park. Should be pretty quiet this time of day. Sorry, Aya. I can't make out with you. There is a girl I really, really like. For her personality. That includes lots of money. That'll do, yeah. Anywhere off the street is fine by me. There are too many people here to keep track of them all. Yeah, I bet in the park is way more secure. Or was it always winter? I mean, I knew, yeah, it was cold, but was it always snowing and stuff? The park is almost empty, which suits me fine. I still shoot glances at everyone who passes. And you're sure you didn't hear him wrong? Positive. Excuse me. Aya sighs and slumps back on the bench. You think I told him and forgot about it, right? I did not say that. You didn't say no either. She shrugs. The alternative is that you've got some kind of stalker. I don't know, Ken. It just doesn't make sense. If it made sense, I wouldn't be worried about it. Fair point. Aya seems deep in thought for a minute, but then she smiles. I actually hope you're right. Huh? It's way more exciting if you are. It is not the reaction I was expecting. I can't decide if it would have been better or worse if she'd laughed at me. I don't think you're taking this seriously. What? I'm dead serious. Something interesting happens to you, and all you can do is complain about it. I think most people would. Not me. I'd swap places with you in a heartbeat. You'd really be happier stuck in that store all day instead? If it meant I didn't have to keep looking over my shoulder, sure. But you'd be doing the same thing you do all the time. Doesn't that get boring? Still better than being followed by the government or a stalker or something. A little, I guess. Ken. First, I thought you turned into a normal human being. Over the last few hours, we know each other, in-game wise, you know? But now I realize you just became a yes man. You say yes to everything to everybody. What the hell? Exactly. Come on, Ken, you have to admit this is at least a little bit exciting. Yeah, but not in a good way. I take boring over having some strange guy following me around. Thank you. Aya rolls her eyes. Okay, maybe he's not that much of a yes man. Forget it. You're a lost cause. But if this guy knew your name, there's no way he took the same cab by coincidence, right? Yeah, I had already worked that out myself. Aya's looking at me like I'm some rare animal now, completely fascinated. Amazing. You really do have a stalker. She sounds way too happy about it. So, what did he talk about? In the cab, I mean. Nothing much. Just that he worked in the business district. Huh. Do you think he was telling the truth? I did at the time. I'm not so sure now. Aya bites the inside of her cheek, lost in thought. Suddenly her eyes widen. Maybe he was a cop. What? Think about it. Who else follows people like you around? Wait a minute, people like me? What is that supposed to mean? Well, you're not typical stalker victim material. Why the hell would the police be following me? You tell me, how am I supposed to know what shady stuff you get up to? Ambrosidone was not illegal, you said, Ken, right? Like it's a gray area in the law? As mentioned, it can actually only be like for the Kojo group or something. Or Kojo is all in on it, I don't know. You've got me. The truth is I run the Yakuza, undercover as a convenience store clerk. The perfect cover. He was not a cop. I'm not sure how I know, but looking back, he didn't act like one at all. Yeah! All these undercover cops who act like real cops. These stupid people. Not that I've had much experience with the police. Most of my knowledge comes from movies, which I guess aren't the most realistic. But then again, it's not like I've done anything that makes me worth following. Unless... No, Ambrosidon is still technically legal. Barely anyone even knows I've got some. Alright, never mind then. But that's all I've got. One suggestion? Hey, I never said I had more. Besides, he's your stalker. How come you haven't come up with anything? Can we not call him that? Stalker? What's wrong with it? It sounds so ominous. Because a creepy guy who follows you and somehow knows your name can only mean good things. Why did I ever think talking to Aya was a good idea? I'm wondering that since you started this conversation, man. You know you're not helping, right? She stares blankly at me. I'm not your therapist, Ken. You don't have to be a therapist to be sympathetic. Maybe not, but I'm not going to try and convince you that this is all in your head. Where's the fun in that? Okay, she's definitely not taking this seriously. I don't know why I expected anything else. The quiet drags on for a while, but out of the corner of my eye, I can tell Aya keeps glancing my way. I don't think this is quite what Kojo had in mind when he asked us to get to know each other. Have you been talking to the others as well? Yeah, a few times. Have you? Only Senri. Wait, Senri? Really? What? I'm not allowed to talk to people. But, Senri, you spent the whole last meeting at each other's throats. Yeah, that's about how well it went outside the meetings too. Aya's eyes glimmed dangerously. It was fun. That is probably not what Kojo meant either. Oh yes, probably. Yeah, I don't know. I think Kojo doesn't really care if they fight or not. In general. Maybe not in the meetings. In the meeting it's probably not that good, but in general, if that is the way they communicate, let them communicate. Nah, still counts. Getting to know people doesn't mean we have to like them. Just as I'm about to admit she has a point, I freeze. A man in a suit is walking towards us. For a moment I'm sure it's him. I stare, paralyzed, gripping the edge of the bench so hard my fingers threaten to snap. And then he's close enough for me to make out his features. It is not him. He ignores me as he hurries past, checking his watch. It's not until he's out of sight I let out a long sigh of relief. Ken? Huh? There you are. You blanked out on me. Sorry, never mind, it doesn't matter. You okay? Yeah, but I have to go. I can barely stop my hands from shaking. My heart is still beating hard, and each thump is another reminder, telling me to go home. I know I'll feel better there. You know he knows where you live, but okay. If you say so. I nod and get unsteadily to my feet. I hope I'm hiding the worst of the panic. If this all turns out to be nothing, I'm going to feel really stupid. Thanks again for bringing my phone. Don't mention it. And let me know if you'd find anything else out about your stalker. Yeah, right. My reluctance probably shows on my face, because she sighs. Yeah, I'll stop calling him that. See you around, Ken. I say my goodbyes and start down the path, realizing how bitterly cold the wind has become. By the way, I'm just wondering, it has been a pretty long time since I last decided a thing. There were not that many decisions yet. But personally, in my opinion, a visual novel is not good or bad because it has many decisions. Many people think it's very important. I don't think it is that important. But that is just me. Sparing a look behind me as I walk away, I see Aya hasn't moved. She's lounging back on the bench as if the cold is nothing, watching the wind send flurries of snow off the trees in front of her. Soon enough she's out of sight, and I'm thinking about the man in the suit again. It's going to be a long walk back. I wound up practically running home, looking back over my shoulder every few steps. I click the lock shut and hurry the window, half expecting to see someone outside, watching me. Nobody's there. Is it all in my head? I haven't seen the man in the suit today. Then again, Aya might be right that he's biding his time. Maybe Ken will become a double agent. Like for Kojo thinks he's for him and actually Ken's against him. I mean, he's already a little bit a double agent for the boss, but still, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Then again, I might be right that he's biding his time. I roll over and tuck my arms under my head, trying to think it all through again. I don't get any further than I did last night, and it's becoming a struggle to keep my eyes open. Whatever. I've got a paper-thin door and a rusty lock to protect me. My thoughts turn erratic, and I gradually drift into sleep. Knock, knock. Nah, not doing that again. I jerk upright, my heart pounding. It's dark outside, but my contact insists it's only been a couple of hours since I fell asleep. A strange noise is coming from the roof. It takes me several seconds to realize it's rain. That explains the gloom. I wrench myself to my feet to head for the light switch. My legs stop mid-air. Doesn't Kyotaro still have a couple of hours before he's off work? The knock comes again, sharper than before. It's probably again one of the girls, I suppose. But maybe not. After a quick glance around the room, I grab the vase beside the TV, tiptoe across the carpet and position myself beside the door. Raising the vase overhead, I call out, "Who's there?" For a second, nothing. And then, "Me, you idiot, open the door. Oh yeah, you wanted to come around for the Ambrosidone." "Senri, is that you? Why don't you open your stupid door and find out?" Taking one hand off the vase, I slowly open the door. Something wet flies into me, pushing me back and knocking the vase from my hand. On the threshold, water droplets raining from her hair, is Senri. "Hey, the vase didn't break. That's a cool vase." Her arms are clutched around herself, which is good because her face suggests she'd be just as happy with them around my neck. "What took you so long?" I'm too stunned to speak. "What are you doing here?" "Freezing my ass off because you were doing something to a vase instead of letting me in." The vase. Incredibly, it's still in one piece. Yeah, cool vase, as mentioned. I lock the door, while Senri shakes the rain from her hair. "Wow, when you're standing upright, you're much taller." "Why, you're fucking really tall." "Were you always that tall? Or did your sprite just grow?" "Why didn't you answer the door?" "I was asleep." "And what was with the vase?" I open my mouth, pause, then shut it. The thing that scared me to death a minute ago is a girl who can't weigh much more than 40 kilos. That sounds unhealthy. Considering she's probably the largest sprite in the whole game. Embarrassed, I dodged the question. "More importantly, why aren't you wearing a jacket?" "It was warm inside my house. I thought it would be warm outside. I also didn't realize I'd have to stand in the rain for 3 minutes because you were doing things to your vase." "I wasn't doing anything with the vase." "Aha. Do you have a name you like to call it?" "No." "Anyway, you didn't even let me know you were coming. Couldn't you have called?" "Yes. Should I have?" "Well, yeah. You don't just turn up at somebody's place without warning them." "Oh. Does that mean I should go?" "As ridiculous as this is, I'm glad someone is here with me." "Probably, but you can stay. Even though you still haven't told me what you're doing here." "You told me to come the other day, remember?" "No, Realization hits me. Ambrosidone. You want to do it now?" First, Ken gets drunk with the girl. Now he gets high with the girl. I don't know, man. This game is a lot about drugs. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, as they say, but still a little bit strange. Yes, she really should have called ahead, though I wouldn't mind some myself. Fine, I'm not doing anything important. Leaving Senri to air dry, I enter the bathroom and retrieve the tin. 2 cups, 2 spoonfuls each. Isn't it too much if you give her the same amount you have? Oh my god, I realized that the first time. Is the smartphone or whatever the phone is making a little hologram? Or am I imagining that? Or is that just light? I don't know. But if the smartphones of the future can make holograms, I might even buy one. When I return to the living room, I find Senri snuggled up on my fake leather chair. What? I think that is the first time anyone has used that chair. Small wonder when your place looks like this. I take in the sweeping vista of my apartment. Dirty clothes and disposal platters litter the floor. Nothing out of the ordinary. Kyotaro never complains. By the way, her room, as I remember, was way worse. Well, you should. It's disgusting. And even if it is, you don't have to stay. Why not? It's the truth. Are you here to complain about my apartment, or are we going to drink these? Senri shrugs, and I pass her a cup. She stares at the liquid with a mixture of revulsion and awe. Does it taste okay? Depends. On what? On whether you like the taste of dirt. I don't. I know. It was a joke. Oh. She looks at the cup with considerable less awe and substantially more revulsion. Tired of waiting, I drink my serve in 3 gulps, and let the empty cup hit the floor. Senri leans over and examines me intently. What? I thought I'd make sure you didn't die. She drinks her own. Ugh! A cup clatters to the floor, and she dashes for the bathroom. The sounds of running water and continual spitting follow. Eventually, she re-emerges, wiping her mouth with the back of her hand. That was disgusting. I want you. Not enough. This better be worth it. She drops back onto the couch with a muffled thump and takes out her e-cig. So, what happens now? Now we wait for it to kick in. Usually I just watch TV. I see. Senri ignores the remote, settles back into the chair and sticks her e-cig in her mouth. I don't reach for the remote either. I'm curious to see the effects of ambrisidone on another person. I lean back and focus on the steady drumming of the rain against the room. We have never done drugs with other people. Like, I always thought getting into any kind of drug, legal or illegal, is usually something, it starts in company, you know? You know what I mean? Usually. But hey, Ken is a loner. He's a lone wolf. Anyway, this episode is already pretty long, and the last ones were pretty long too. Like, okay, this one is not that long yet, but I mean, if I go on, it will be rather long again, and I don't want that. So, thank you everybody for watching. Come back for the next part and see what happens to Senri when she is high. And I'll see you then. If you want to see cute anime girls being high, this is the best place to be. Yay! Anyway, I'll see you then. Bye bye.